What if I've told you you've been lied to? You know, in this world, society tells us that we are supposed to grind. We're supposed to chase the bag. We're supposed to climb the corporate ladder, do whatever you have to do in this rat race to get ahead. You know, scratch someone's back so they can scratch ours. Guys, that's the exact opposite of the life that God has provided for us. He tells us in his word in Hebrews 4:9, he said he has provided a rest for his children, and he has invited us to enter into that rest. Stick with me today. I'm going to show you and explain to you how to enter into God's rest. Let me break it down. First stage, I want you to picture this. You're the parent. You have children, maybe small children, and it's Christmas season. So Christmas season, you're working overtime so you make sure you have extra money to buy the gifts that this child wants. You're out shopping, you're standing in long lines, you're working long hours, you're online, tirelessly trying to find all the items to scratch off those lists. You have to make sure that the presents are wrapped. Not only are the presents have to be wrapped, but you have to write a grocery list. You have to go buy the groceries. You have to cook the dinner. If you're hosting, that's a whole nother level. If you're going to family and friends, that's gathering up. It's a lot of work involved. And when Christmas morning comes, you've gone to bed late because you've laid out all the presents, but yet you still have to be up early and ready to go. You're overworked, you're stressed out, you're tired, you're exhausted. You can't even enjoy Christmas morning because you're so tired. That's an exact picture of what rest does not look like. God said, for all those that are weary and burdened, come unto me and I will give you rest. So that's not what rest looks like. Scenario 2, let me paint this picture. In this scenario, you're the child. You're the child that's coming downstairs on Christmas morning. All you have to do is walk into the living room and see the bountiful, beautiful gifts that have been provided for you. You didn't work. You didn't buy a gift. You didn't have to do anything. But as the child, you know that you have parents that love you, and you see provision has been made. You didn't do anything to earn it. You were just being who you were. That is rest. That is what God's rest looks like. Guys, when Jesus was hanging on the cross, he said, it is finished. He also said, it also says in the Bible that I have provided everything according to life and godliness. Guys, he's provided it all. We have been under a deception that we have to go out and we have to earn it, and that we have to strive for it. And if we don't get it, it won't be gotten. Well, God already said that it was done. So in this next section, I'm going to tell you how to enter into God's rest. God's rest is simple. First of all, first step, you simply have to believe that it is done. You simply have to believe that it has been provided for you. When he said that he's come that you have life and have it more abundantly, guys, he meant that. God is not a man that he should lie. If Jesus said that it was finished, it was finished. You simply have to believe. That's the first step. The next step is let go of the pressure. Let go of the, a lot of times in this world, it's a merit system. We feel like we have to earn it. We feel like we have to work for it. It's the total opposite in God's kingdom. Everything that you're given is a gift that's given by grace. It's by the goodness of God. There's nothing that you or I could do to earn our salvation. And a lot of times we receive that so easily, but everything else, and I mean salvation, guys, that's a huge order. And we receive that so easily, but we resist all the other gifts, all the other promises. God said, take his yoke and his burden because they're easy and they're light. So we simply, number one, have to believe that it's provided. Number two, we have to just simply receive it. Just like that child who came downstairs. They didn't think anything about it. They just stepped into it. They received it. And that's what we have to do. Lastly, you have to stay in the posture of faith. There are going to be challenges, as you walk out this life. There's going to be opportunities for you to grow, for you to mature, for you to be refined in the fire, and stay in faith. Declare God's word. If God said that he's provided it, sometimes there's a discipline of you getting in the word, finding out what the declared promise is, standing on that declaration despite what it looks like, despite what it feels like. But he's a good father, and you're his child, and he has provided everything that you need. So the last posture is staying in the posture of faith. Even when it's not easy, even when opposition comes against you, God's a good father. If he said it's done, if he said he would provide for you, if he said he's the good shepherd, take him at his word. In closing, I just want to reiterate that rest is not striving. It's not grinding. It's not chasing a bag. It's simply receiving. It's stepping into what has been provided for you. And it's keeping the posture of faith that if God said it, I believe it, I receive it, and that settles it. So guys, no more doing what the society tells us to do. No more chasing a bag. No more robbing Peter to pay Paul. The rest has been provided. Will you accept the invitation?